Running. Mic is hot. Volume is up. Alright. YouTube is green. Twitch is green. Alert 1. Oh, alert 2. Alert 3. Alright. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. After that brief off-season, this is week 1 of season 12 of League 1. We've reset, we've got new rosters, we've got new coaches, we're at new teams. So, without further ado, we're going to get you into a quick roster rundown for the teams that are going to be playing this evening in the first of our doubleheader. First, Syracuse, the Orange are the new team of Coach Spectre. They'll be taking on number 6 Penn State, a computer team, because I, Coach Ninja, am now somewhere else. I am now at Navy. So, without further ado, here's Coach Spectre to run through Syracuse and then Penn State. Coach.
Thank you, Coach Ninja. Coach Spectre here. As stated, we had a reset for voluntary reasons to fix a couple of glitches and for a couple of other reasons. And we are with all new teams, the same 7 coaches here in League 1. And we've got 7 new teams. We all picked 3-star schools. And we will be facing off against a whole new slate of opponents and a whole new slate of conferences. So as stated, I am now the coach of the Syracuse Orange, and we are going to open the season at a neutral site, a kickoff classic game, facing off against the number 6 Penn State Nittany Lions in the New Meadowlands, otherwise known as MetLife Stadium, from East Rutherford, New Jersey. Syracuse this season is going to be led by number 2 Dungy. He's got some speed. He's got 83-84 power and accuracy, so not the strongest or greatest arm, not the worst, but really his strength is in his athleticism. We have a decent halfback who's got pretty good hands and enough quickness to be functional. He's an 87 junior, so nothing to write home about, but certainly above average. A freshman fullback with Richards as a 76. He'll see plenty of use on the field as the only fullback on our roster. Wide receivers, the core led by Steve Ishmael, number 8, 6'2", 96 overall wide receiver. He's going to be the offensive MVP likely for the season. He's backed up by Irvin Phillips, the wide receiver number 2, and 89. And Sean Riley coming in as the slot receiver, a 76, young sophomore. He's got some quickness, but he's not that smart with the 65 awareness. Phillips and Ishmael should get the bulk of the offensive passes, certainly in the CPU games. At tight end, we've got one, Ravian Pierce, an 83, coming in with 86 speed. He's kind of a balanced tight end, but he leans a little bit towards the receiving side. Offensive line, left to right across your radio dial, we've got Conway, junior 80 at left tackle. We've got a senior 79 at left guard, a junior 75 at center, and right guard is a 77. Check that. Actually, we are going to start Cervase at center, the freshman, and Byrne. We've got. We are going to start Darney. The 85 awareness does make a difference. Obviously, first game, still ironing out the final kinks. At right guard, 81 sophomore. And 78 senior right tackle, nothing special, acceptable, if you will, slightly below average for a major conference team. Our defensive ends, 2 sophomores, and a 77 at left end and an 80 sophomore at right end. A little bit of youth and some promise for the future. They haven't quite arrived yet, though. The defense has a couple of question marks. We're going to be running a lot of 3-man fronts. You will see a few 4-man fronts. When you do, the second defensive end, Kenneth Ruff, is a 69. Could be a hole there on the defense in some 4-man fronts. So we're going to save that for the CPU games. We're not going to use a whole lot of Ruff in user games. I expect that we'll make some defensive adjustments, perhaps some formation subs. If we need to go to a 4-man front, it'll probably be a mix of defensive ends and defensive tackles rather than Ruff. Linebackers, Jonathan Thomas at left is a 77 senior. He's got speed, but not much else. And middle linebacker, one of the stars of the defense, Zaire Franklin, the senior, 89 with 96 awareness. Really the best player on defense for the Orange. The right outside linebacker, another senior, Paris Bennett, is an 81. He starts the season as an impact player. He's got 89 awareness, which is pretty high awareness for an outside linebacker. That should help with some of those passes to the left flat, left side of the screen, and to some of those left drag routes. Bennett will be in coverage on those, and he's got plenty of quickness and speed and good coverage to make up the gap there. On the secondary, kind of a weak point of the team, Frederick Butler Dowles, again, nothing really to write home about, 77, 77, 76. And the safety situation, 79 junior at free and a 76 junior at strong. At least he does have 83 awareness, and he's got some speed. The place kicking duties will be done by the freshman stud punter, Sterling Hoffrichter. A 91 redshirt freshman will handle the kicking and punting duties for the Orange. So a good offense, certainly some weapons there, led by the wide receiver Ishmael, and some acceptable running backs, and a fast quarterback will be the focal point of the Syracuse offense. Some question marks on defense. We'll see how that all pans out throughout the season. Moving over to Penn State. Now, we are using last season's rosters. So this Penn State team, led by quarterback Trace McSorley, an impact player. He's a 90. Quality quarterback situation for the Nittany Lions. And, of course, the number 2 pick in last April's NFL draft, Saquon Barkley, a 98 tailback for the Nittany Lions. It's going to be really hard to keep him under 100 yards rushing. He is a monster. He is a beast. He's a total package. That's why he was drafted 2nd overall. And many prognosticators picked him as the best player coming out of college in the draft. Gesicki, the tight end, is going to have to moonlight at fullback as well. Wide receiver core, solid, a lot of speed, 91, 95 speed. 95 in the slot there can be dangerous from Tompkins. Gesicki is a 92 tight end, and he's 6'6". So we're certainly going to be looking for him to be active in the Penn State offense. Offensive line, left to right across your radio dial. Ryan Bates, the sophomore, 88 left tackle. You've got an 80 left guard, an 83 center, an 84 right guard, and an 81 right tackle. So no real weak points. He's got 95 awareness as one of the lower rated offensive linemen. Got to make the offensive line play fairly strong for Penn State. Defensive end, Sharif Miller is an 87 sophomore, and Buckholtz is an 83 sophomore. You got a couple of 85s at D tackle, 2 seniors. Farmer, a lot of speed, 92 speed, is an 82 junior outside linebacker with Jason Kabinda, middle linebacker at 88 overall. Bowen at right outside linebacker, another senior, really good awareness at 88. And then the secondary, Campbell, Haley, Owarare, 88, 88, 88, with 92, 91, 94 awareness. Certainly going to be problematic there at the cornerback position. 91 free safety in Marcus Allen, the other Marcus Allen. And 85, Troy Apke, who was a 6th-round pick by the Washington Redskins, has a lot of speed. He's definitely a coverage strong safety. So a lot of speed in the secondary, a lot of awareness in the secondary, a lot of seniors and juniors. That's really the strength of the Penn State defense. But there are no slouches elsewhere. The defense really A's across the board for the number 6 ranked Nittany Lions. Senior Tyler Davis will be doing the kicking duties and Gillikin the punting duties. We expect quite a battle, certainly, led by, of course, Saquon Barkley. Again, we're going to hope to hold him under 100. I think if we can hold him under 150, and I mean that, we'll have a decent chance to win. I would not be surprised if he rips off a long gain or 2 or 3. We're going to do the best we can to contain him, and we're going to do the best we can on offense to stay out of injury trouble, stay out of fatigue trouble, and try to get the W here from MetLife Stadium, just outside New York City, the neutral site venue, to kick off the Syracuse Orange season here in Season 12. This is Coach Spectre. I'm going to hand it back off to Coach Ninja as we get Season 12 of League 1 underway. We thank you for joining us. We hope you guys have had a wonderful last couple of weeks. And go Caps.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Quite the rundown there, but got to get that in the beginning of the season. Let's get kicked off. This is the rundown of all the new teams. As you can see, Coach Jocular at Ohio, Coach R. Bark, Appalachian State, Coach Blitzkrieg, Central Michigan University, Coach Sweetest Coin, University of Central Florida, now in the Big 12, Coach Siwak in the Big 10 at Indiana University, and myself, Coach Ninja, at the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. Facing off tonight, I'm going to be at UCF for the kickoff, so we're actually going to postpone going through Navy and UCF's rosters until next week, just in order to make sure we get things kicked off smoothly, and you know, that will be the last game of this evening of part of our doubleheader.
We'll come out to the WSU intro. A few of these guys might know that we did switch to J-Rod's black slider set.
I don't believe so. No, Doc.
Nobody wearing the number 44. That number's been outlawed at Syracuse for a couple decades.
Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA 14 pregame show.
All right. We have rain this evening in the Meadowlands. It's a pleasant, fragrant place to play football. Jimmy Hoffa jokes. Come on, guys. That's low-hanging fruit. Yeah, like it's not.
Same grounds.
No, it's yeah, but they would have. They would have.
They would have discovered something.
Yeah. I mean, they're called cadaver dogs.
Syracuse is ready to open this one up as they line up for the opening kick. And this season is officially underway.
Richter puts it on the letters, and black ball keeps it. Kneels the ball and gets the touchback, and now we see Saquon Barkley taking to the field.
And that's what makes it so tough for this defense. You're not focusing in on just one guy. You're focusing in on really an entire scheme. And because of that diversity, I think it makes it more of a challenge. And you got to be better tacklers in the open field. And I think that's really what they've stressed all week.
Two tight ends there. As we see a sack for Trace McSorley.
Much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions, especially when the defense starts to get pressure. You've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off the runner.
Sorry, no sack there. The throw was off. There was pressure, but the throw got off. But no intentional grounding. That's a good start for the Orange, getting Saquon Barkley in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. So we left because we wanted to reset the dynasty as a whole. We had a number of bugs. For example, we had a coach glitch where my defensive coordinator was incapable of earning experience, having perks, or getting a new job. So I was locked into a defensive coordinator that was a serious hamstring. So we had that, and we had a number of other growing problems that after Penn State won the national title game, and I no longer had unfinished business at Penn State. There was no longer a question of, can you use a blue chip team to win the national title, or do you have to take a mid-major and go undefeated and sneak in? Once we answered those questions, there was really a lot of momentum for okay, we know a lot more, let's start over. And so we started over. We said you can get 3-star schools, and we did a draft order based on your overall coaching record. So Coach Spectre had first pick, and he picked Syracuse. He's a big fan of Syracuse. He likes the roster, but he also likes Syracuse as a school. They've got a great journalism program. And I picked second. I picked Navy. They run a really cool old school style of football that I think is interesting. And then I think schools. I like to play at schools with good history, good academics. Navy has a great program tradition. Has a great tradition in general. The United States Navy. So and then a lot of family in the Navy. So. It was something that I was looking at Navy. I was looking at Boston College, but I ultimately settled on Navy because I like the team. I like the school. As Strickland keeps the ball. A phenomenal punt return while I talked about our reset. To get things started in really good field position, but a 4-yard run against this defensive front on first down puts the Syracuse in a pretty good position for 2nd and 6 from the 17. Yeah, we also took this as an opportunity to change our sliders to adopt what are considered the existing best practices for realistic games, making the run game a little bit better, making the pass game a little bit harder, making tackling a little bit harder, and adopting rosters that reflect the last year, the 2017 college football season. So that's why you're seeing Saquon Barkley, who just got drafted to the Giants less than a month ago, playing as the starting running back for Penn State, where he played last year. As Mahoney's now under center. Hand off to Parkins. Gets 3 yards when he only needed 3 inches. Well into the red zone. It is 1st and goal from the 9 for the Orange. An excellent job bringing the ball steadily down the field, play to play so far for the Orange. You could say they are rolling down the field. That's a fantastic stop and low catch by Ishmael on a ball that was sort of low and, well, if he hadn't put on the brakes, it would have been behind him. So that's a great job to recover from the missed throw by Ishmael. I'm going to have to get a clip of... Is he your number 1 wide receiver? I'm going to have to get a clip from the Moby Dick with Gregory Peck. I'm going to have to get Gregory Peck saying, "Call me Ishmael." But no, it's not going to be Moby Dick. It's going to be the guy who narrates it.
When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. Oh my God.
They hope this victory will push them even higher. And for Miami, they start the season with a victory. The Hurricanes grab the 2 touchdowns.
No, Gregory Peck doesn't play Ishmael, but I'll get that clip. He plays Ahab.
They hope to slide up a few spots next week. This game was tighter than spandex on a sumo wrestler. Samuel's ability to find the open area in a defense was on full display as he hauled it
Yeah.
for a touchdown pass. The Cardinals win it.
Ooh, yeah, no, he was doing good work. We'll see. We'll see what we can do for Call Me Ishmael there, the number 1 wide receiver for the Syracuse Orange. He'll get a little love. He's going to have a good season. We know they're going to rely on him at 96. He's going to help the quarterback get warmed up.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out.
I think it's a twitch setting, Leon. That I've never figured out how to fix. Thank you. There we go. Leon has already sent me the clip that I need for Call Me Ishmael. Just going to add that to my to-do list this weekend.
From their own 27-yard line. It's 2nd down.
As we now see a split. McSorley passes the ball. Tompkins is caught short. DeAndre Tompkins, thanks to really the sort of holding onto the belt and dragging the defender, but the second man came in, prevented him from crossing the line.
It's 3rd down, and they're about the length of the football away from the front.
We are seeing 2 tight ends and 1 halfback here, 2 wide receivers out to the right. And that's a great gap there for the defender to come through, get middle linebacker coming through, gets Saquon Barkley in the backfield, stands him up, and they get the 3 and out. Great start, great field possession again. It's not the same return as before, but with a 3 and out, it's still their own 30, which is a good start in the rain like this here in New Jersey. Spread set, 5 wide. Dungy waits, goes to Riley on the slant route, out of the middle slant. Sean Riley gets 14 after the drag route was well covered. So far, Dungy 3 for 3. Now in the shotgun, halfback weak. Ishmael in the slot to your left. Angle route, Strickland. Great blocking, gets him another 6 yards there. Great vision there to see that he didn't want to put on the jets, that he wanted to hold up just a little bit, let those blockers get their blocks and go around.
From the 38-yard line, it's first down.
Shotgun, wide trips this time. One wide receiver on the left, tight end, 2 receivers, and the halfback on the right. As Syracuse is in Penn State territory. Dungy can't get away from it, can't get the ball out, and gets sacked for 9. It's a quality offensive line, as you would expect from a contender in the Big Ten, and they just got the snap count right that time and got through the Syracuse Orange. I'm told they sent 7 guys. Really, the house is what brought it down.
He's going to try and scramble.
Riley, 21 yards there after Dungy extends the play by fading into the left flat. Still behind the original line of scrimmage. He gets the pass off just before Riley goes out of bounds, after Riley has moved past the numbers into green space, passing the defender who was on the numbers. Great patience there to know that they needed to wait to get into space.
Ball on the 25. Syracuse is up by a touchdown.
4 wide receivers, halfback on the right here. Ishmael on the left in the slot. You are correct, Leon. Strickland out of the backfield in the shotgun this time. He gets 5 yards.
From the 20-yard line, second down.
4-man front. Looks like 3 linebackers for Penn State here. Dungy keeps it, but with secondary coming in on a blitz, he gets tackled well short. Maybe he was in man coverage. I could be wrong there. I'm told it was a safety with speed rather than somebody coming in on a blitz. After the quarterback kept it, he got on to the play pretty quick.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 15. 5 wide. Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete.
Dungy throws wide. He was 5 for 5. First errant pass of the evening in the rain. It's going to be a long field goal for the Orange.
Syracuse up 7 points. Gets it up, and it's through the uprights.
And as the final seconds are closing on the first, Syracuse is up by 10.
They're ready for the kick. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Syracuse defense really came to play early in this football game.
Well, they've done a good job here early, but you know eventually this offense is going to start clicking. Let's see if this defense can sustain this for the rest of the game.
Not much luck the last time this offense had the ball.
They've been beaten soundly on both sides of the ball, and we haven't even gotten to the second quarter.
They'll bring him down at about the 39.
Without much more ahead of him, Saquon Barkley can't break the first defender, who he did carry with him for 12 yards. Hanging on for dear life, can't escape, does get first down, but doesn't break into the open field.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 39. And he makes it out to about the 40.
Barkley gets the handoff again. This time he only gets 1 yard as linebackers coming in to fill the gap.
The Orange lead, 10-0.
It is 10-0 Syracuse after the first quarter. We've added a similar rule to the postseason that says for the postseason you get two.
One per game.
You get.
One per game. Because if you don't make a half score, you get one.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yes. You get.
Give me a fucking break.
He's at midfield. He's at the 40.
You get one.
Out of his hand.
4-point conversion per postseason game you are invited to. Sorry, well, yeah, 1 4th down per postseason game you are invited to. But other than that, no other major rules changes besides the sliders and the new schools. We wanted to keep most of it the same as we made those big changes. As you just saw, a big play there from a strip sack fumble and 20-yard run. As the pass into the flat to Juwan Johnson goes for 6. Yes, we are also at 8-minute quarters. What that goes part and parcel with the new sliders. That is a part of building sliders, is how long the quarters are. That's great team tackling to keep Saquon for 1 on short yardage. It is now 3rd and 3.
But I doubt that's enough to make him forget the hit that he just took.
Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. He tackles him hard.
Hand it off to Saquon again, but he gets the 3 that he needs. But he looks like he's down the ground hurt. He's not in on this play. It's 4 wide receivers and a tight end. Which is what I am told Penn State's version of the 5 wide.
It's first and 10.
Must be their best receiving package. Yeah, it looks like they have a tight end in at receiver.
Wide receivers. Fires to the wide out front.
And Juwan Johnson catches it for 13 despite having a hanger on.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. The Nittany Lions running back sidelined earlier with that injury. Right now, though, it looks like he's warming up, trying to get back in the ballgame. Excellent open field.
Geske, 5 yards. The pressure not coming quite quick enough. 2nd and goal from the 4.
Just inside the 5. Second down. The short yardage defense.
Backup halfback is in, Allen.
And they hit him in the backfield.
Allen taken for loss after trying to run to the outside. Barkley back in the game. It is 3rd and goal from the 5.5. Pass is Johnson coming from the left. Penn State is now down by 3. It's their first point of the game, and Syracuse will get the ball back with 5 minutes 40 in the second.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Quarterback all by himself from the backfield with 5 wideouts. Quick throw, incomplete. Ball is received.
That's 2 in a row for Eric Dungy. Off target there by about a yard.
From their own 25-yard line. It's second down. Syracuse is up by 3. He's on the run. Just throws this one away.
Dungy, trying for a scramble, is forced to throw it away.
Read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
3rd and 10 coming up. Ball on the 25. Defensive coordinator anticipating this 5-wide set, and he comes in with his dime packing. He's under some heat. Throws and it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down.
It was a good hold by the defense on 3rd down. Now their punt returner will get a chance to make something happen.
3 errant passes means that Syracuse has to punt the ball away.
There's the punt. It's a line drive. It's been a good day for this linebacker, making a lot of plays.
And you know, that's really the kind of performance you want to see out of your senior leader.
There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes. He gets out to about the 42-yard line.
Saquon Barkley gets the ball, drops 3.5 tacklers, gets taken down by the other 3, only gains a yard.
It's 2nd and 9. All on the 42-yard line. They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
Very close to the sack there, getting hands-on. The pass to Blacknall is good for 9. But getting pressure, getting that quarterback into the ground is going to help the Orange in the long term.
receiver in a hurry. And they make the stop, the 37-yard line.
Penn State with a third down conversion there, the pass against that goal line. I'm sorry, the 3-3-5 bear.
37-yard line.
But a lot of guys up in the line of scrimmage, and they went for the pass.
He's tackled at the 35.
Excellent one-on-one in space to stop Barkley for 2.
First down, Greg.
There you go. Good read by the quarterback to give the offense a new set of downs. If the defense wants to line up in man, work that slant route until they stop it.
From the 16-yard line. First down.
An incredible catch from DeAndre Tompkins, but he can't cross the first down marker. 2nd and 1.
It's second down now, and they're just a few feet away from that first down marker. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun.
And to Seed Blacknell in the back of the end zone. Penn State now leads.
That was a well-drawn play for the wideout.
Yeah, they saw something upstairs. It led to a touchdown. You can thank the play calling there. Very impressive. Brad, the wide receiver was the key here. He did a really good job of working that route to the middle of the field for the post. But before he got to the post, he kind of looked off the defender to the outside and then moved back to the middle of the field. And the quarterback recognized the big hole in the defense and made the throw for the touchdown.
And he converts the extra point. And
3 minutes, 34 seconds, and Syracuse gets the ball back.
he sends this one deep. Got the corner. He's to the 20. Across the 30. He's pushed out of
Fantastic return there by Phillips, 41 yards. Should be starting, on their 39.
momentum swings have been fairly even. There was so little separation. This game can be
3 down linemen here.
just 1 or 2 plays.
Linebackers shifted to the right side of your screen. Ishmael in the drag route out of the slot gets 3 yards. He was bracketed, but had space for the catch at that spot. But getting the reception there important for
From their own 42-yard line.
for Dungy. So we now see the shotgun normal halfback week. Dungy keeps it. Gets 6 yards. Gets to 3rd and 1. Four down lineman. That linebacker real up close to the end there on the right side of your screen over where the tight end is for the orange. Handoff is to Richards. He gets 1 yard, but they call him short of the first down. 4th and inches, tough decision.
Gets it away. It's low.
Get out. Yes.
Playing cautiously, the Orange elect to punt, and it looks like a good move as that looks like it was downed inside the 10. That's inside the 3. That is on the 3-yard line. Penn State has a 1 minute 41 seconds and 3 timeouts. But this is a opportunity for the Syracuse Orange defense. As you see, a heavy front. 4 tight ends on that play. Saquon Barkley gets 3 yards. Penn State calls a timeout. 2nd and 7, 1:38.
From their own 6-yard line. 2nd down. Penn State is up by 4.
Barkley in the backfield. Other 4 spread out.
Touchdown. Touchdown. Yes. School. Yes.
An incredible strip sack for a touchdown. A fantastic play for the Syracuse Orange. It was looking like a safety, and holy crap, did they blow the hell up of that screen pass. Like, just getting the sack on that screen pass is a unicorn. Getting a safety would have been a double unicorn. This, my friends, is that rarest of birds. The triple pegacorn. Because it's got wings as well. That is a momentum play for the Orange, both because they had, or because they hadn't given it up, because they punted instead of sacrificing it to go for the 4th.
Lesson learned to you users out there.
Excellent kick.
Likes it when you punt on 4th down.
And computer known,
For a touchback. Penn State's coaching staff.
computer known to reward smart play.
They've got to do something different.
But yeah, that's a Meadowlands miracle. You don't see that very often.
Quarterback on offense is tested. Their star players not having a great game. They're losing this football game. I think now
That sounds like a delicious experiment, Leon.
think about what other ways can we attack this defense, and then maybe eventually we get back to our star running back.
Penn State now in a much more reasonable field position with the ball again. But there's another sack.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, gonna get to two. Another one bites the dust. Shoot out.
The Orange now in a 3-3 versus the shotgun halfback week, seeming to start getting the jump on the timing and get into the head of Trace McSorley, who throws it into the dirt. It's now 3rd and 15 for the Nittany Lions. It's 1:28 left to go. They're on their own 20.
3rd down and 15. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Saquon Barkley is stood up at the line of scrimmage, and he gets 2 yards, forcing the punt. It cost Syracuse a timeout to stop the clock, but they get 1:22 to see what they can do with. The punt is high. Ishmael catches it on the 30, but the coverage was excellent. He gets stopped on the 34.
Obviously, they're both very, very competitive with one another. It just seems that the lead is going back and forth between the two teams.
The Syracuse Orange up by 3 on their own 36. 1 timeout, 1 minute and 15 seconds. They're trying to steal something here before the door closes. Get to the other side with both the Golden Idol and their hat.
In the shotgun and 5 wideouts.
Ishmael on the drag route only gets 2 yards as the defender fades towards him rather than fading towards the slant guy behind him, also open.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
5 wide receivers,
Scrambling.
and Dungy
Here they come. He gets
gets hit to the out of bounds 8-yard rush to the right. Clock stops. So far, the Orange have gone 10 yards in 10 seconds.
First down, 10 yards to go. All on the 46-yard line. Syracuse has a 3-point lead.
Phillips can't break the spin move. His 4-yard reception and tackle in bounds forces Syracuse to use their last timeout. It's now 2nd and 6, 47 seconds left. Phillips on the out route, 12 yards, and gets hit out of bounds, 5 seconds, 16 yards or so, 12 yards or so, I'm sorry, 38 yards, not quite scoring range yet for the Syracuse Orange. But they are in smelling distance. The clock stopped, taking their time at the line of scrimmage. Dungy scrambles. He's outrun the defender. And he elects not to take on 2 more and instead runs out of bounds, burning about 8 seconds, but getting 6 yards. Now the 31-yard range, 31-yard line, they are in range. But they've got 36 seconds with which to play. Again, taking the opportunity to rest with the clock stopped thanks to running out of bounds. Ishmael gets the drag route. 9 yards, but the clock will be moving once the ball has been spotted on the 22.
From the 22-yard line, first down, Syracuse is up a field goal. He's
Scrambling out to the right. Ryvian Pierce, the tight end, is just short of the end zone, but has to come back for it, and with that momentum, loses a couple of yards in order to get out of bounds and stop the clock at 18 seconds on the 7-yard line. Syracuse Orange, only a couple of plays, 18 seconds left to go. Couple of chances to get it in the end zone. 7 yards. Dungy forced to scramble. There's open space on the left, and he walks it in standing up. Syracuse now up by 10, 12 seconds left to go in the second quarter. They lead the number 6 Penn State Nittany Lions. Really, all based off of that strip sack. That strip sack touchdown. Blacknall, 25-yard return, but burns 1/3 of the remaining time on the clock. The Nittany Lions only have 8 seconds and 2 timeouts.
We're about set to start things up again. They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
That's fine. Just get it.
Saquon Barkley gets stopped after 8 yards, stumbled.
Gain of 8.
That's the use their phenomenal job against him. We haven't done even close to this well against him in any game.
One more play.
2 yards away from the sticks.
We didn't have the right personnel package. Let's get the outside.
Not liking the personnel, not having the timeouts. Looking at 3 seconds on the clock. Syracuse willing to take the penalty in order to get right men on the field.
Guys on the other side of the ball.
And it works because they get the sack to end out the half. Make sure that they carry momentum as much as possible into the third quarter.
Another one bites the dust, and another one gone, and another one gone, another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, gonna get to do another one bites the dust. Shoot
Innovation that excites. Reese Davis, David Pollack here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. Both teams wanted to establish a running game. Both teams were stubborn in trying to do so, and neither team was successful. Did you get the sense the defense knew what was coming?
Hey, dude, 1st and 10 means run. Yeah, I think when you do it every single time, it doesn't really make it hard for a defense to figure out. You can become much more aggressive. You got to take some chances. You want to stick with the run. You want to have that balance. But if you don't push the ball down the field, then I never have to honor it. So mix in some first down passes and runs.
David and I will stay locked in on everything going on in college football. Going to wrap it up here in the studio. Just about time to get you out to your second half. Brad and Kirk ready with a call.
You saw those halftime stats. Key one there being how well the Orange are doing against that Penn State run against Saquon Barkley. Not stopping him totally, but doing enough that it's forcing them to go other places that aren't working yet. So a tremendous defense so far to get Syracuse into this position, which they clearly have capitalized on. But with halftime, momentum gets cut in half, so they're going to have to work back for a lot of that gain to keep dominating defense in the line of scrimmage in order to simply maintain this lead, protect this lead going in the third and ultimately the fourth quarter as we see out the rest of this game. We will resume shortly. Just a bit of halftime beer wrangling, and we'll get kicked off. As you can see, having won the coin toss earlier this game and electing to defer, Syracuse up by 10 will be receiving the kick to begin the third.
All right, Reese, David, thanks, guys. Just about set to start the third quarter. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 20. At the 30.
A wide open lane for Ishmael means a 39-yard return. Excellent field position again on the 37.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. They come out in an empty backfield. Catches it, and he's looking for more. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. first and 10. Ball on their own 47. Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
All right, back to midfield already thanks to good field position and a 12-yard pass.
Second and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Looks like only 2 linebackers now. That might be a third on the right slot. Strickland gets handed off, gets 6 yards up the gut, makes it 3rd and inches. He was just a hair's breadth from first down and tackled from behind.
So it's 3rd down, and they're just inches away from picking up the first down.
Orange coming out in the Y trips here. Dungy keeps the ball, slides for a good gain on the read option. Quarterback keeper. Great job there by Ishmael to pull the U-turn to let the offensive lineman come upfield and get that block. And got him probably an extra 4 yards. And that is a brilliant triple option. Wasn't quite sure that the pitch was going to be needed there after the defender bit on the pitch man, but with the defenders coming for the quarterback from the end zone from the left, the pitch man brought it in for the touchdown.
When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. Oh my God.
He just drills this one. This one's going to be down.
Blacknall downs it in the end zone. Penn State in a 17-point hole.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives.
Tight end on the right, halfback on the left. Gesicki breaks the first tackler.
He's taken down to the 37-yard line.
Sandwiched by the next 2, 12 yards for first down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 37.
Tight end on the left this time and the halfback on the right. It's a running play. Saquon Barkley gets pushed out of bounds for 0 yards. Keeping him quiet. Another handoff to Barkley. Team tackling keeps him for a gain of 1. It's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, we see a 3-man front here from the Orange. A wide 3-man front at that, out of what looks like a quarter. Black gets flipped. Allen comes out of the backfield, but the first tackler spins him, and he only gets 9 yards. It is 4th and 1. Let's see how aggressive the Nittany Lions are. Doesn't look like they're all that aggressive. They're a Big Ten team, and it's only 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd. It's not time to panic yet, as the punt goes out of bounds around the 10.
Everything right in this football game, at least to this point.
Yeah, at this point as a kid, we still have an entire quarter to go, but they have executed perfectly on both sides of the ball. They've got a nice lead here. They're thinking about upset.
Yeah. Syracuse, probably their worst field position so far. The 15-yard line after the punt from about midfield.
And inevitably finding the end zone.
So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. Quick strike to the receiver.
The middle slant there. You saw the step forward and then the turnaround there by Ishmael as he realized that he needed to wait for the wide receiver to get engaged as he had run past those 2 blockers. Probably got him about 2 yards that time, but a good, smart football play there to try and get extra yards. It's now 2nd and 1, every coach's favorite every down and distance. That's another sound, but we'll have to record that one.
Feet away from that first down marker.
No, I was saying that the favorite down and distance, because you and I say it so much. Yeah, that was a running play that was clearly designed to go left, to follow the blockers left, but that got blown up, and the penetration was on the right side, so Strickland had to cool his jets, come back across, and slip behind the center into the gap on the right. Indeed, sometimes you just take what's there.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 28-yard line.
As we now see another shotgun wide trips, popular play for Coach Spectre and the Syracuse Orange. Ooh. And the thinnest of margin meant that that was a catch by Dante Strickland rather than a pick. Looks like it went right through the defender's hands.
It's 2nd down, 5 to go. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Taking their time on the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Perkins. Gets 4 yards. Makes it 3rd and 2. Tyrone Perkins, the fullback. Halfback number 2, I'm sorry.
third down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks.
4-man front here versus third down, 5 wide. Worried about the big play, the Nittany Lions keep everything in front of them, leave a wide open drag and slant, and easy first down for the short, sure catch. A play that Syracuse and coach really likes, but out of a new formation, forcing the Nittany Lions to consider the new formation.
They'll need to hurry to get this off. They go back to him on the
And again, Ishmael coming across on the drag. He gets 10 yards. He's inches short of first down.
So it's second down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the first down.
Strickland takes the handoff again, up the gut. Nice, boring, solid play there for 4 or 5 yards. Gives the Orange 1st and 10 on the 40. As we prepare for the 4th quarter in about 12 seconds.
Being patient. We got the high ground with the strip sack on the 2-minute drill on the first drive, and we're just being patient.
Fourth quarter is here.
Ishmael not able to escape his defender this time, only gets 5 yards on the drag.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive. He's on the run.
Forced out. The Nittany Lions fail to contain and don't have the speed to catch up. Dungy gets out of bounds on the right. 1st and 10 from the 29.
From the 29-yard line, it's first down.
It's Irvin Phillips running the drag this time from further out to the right. He gets 6 yards.
So it's second down now. They need about 4 yards to pick up the first. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun.
This time Phillips comes across from the left slot in a double move to make a catch. 14 yards, 1st and 10. Sorry, 1st and 10 from the 14.
From the 14-yard line. 1st down. 5 wide.
Dungy keeps it. The quarterback blast sees the defender coming through the left gap he was planning to go through, heads for the right instead and gets 4 yards.
From the 11-yard line. It's 2nd down.
Split formation here. And the defender bites on the pitch man, and Dungy runs it in.
By the power of Grayskull. Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret.
Execution. If you're the defense, you've got to do something to try to change things up to get this quarterback out soon.
They line up to kick this one away. He really got a hold of that kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Syracuse just not going to let him come for air, I guess.
Well, this defense has just been stifling. They've shut down the running game. They've, for the most part, limited the big plays in the pass game. They got a nice lead here in the 4th quarter.
So we're just about ready to return to action. He gets rid of this one.
A big jump on the screen means that it gets thrown out of bounds.
From their own 25-yard line. It's 2nd down. And he's hit before he can go in.
Jeske for 5 yards that time after the pressure doesn't get to him fast enough. Looks like he might be hurt.
It's 3rd down and 5 to go. Ball on their own 30. Lets it fly. That's incomplete.
McSorley throws it to the wide receiver, who's already out of bounds when he catches the ball. It's 4th and 5, and looks like they're desperate enough to go for it on their own 30. 4 wide receivers and Barkley. Gesicki will return soon. Thomas rushes the passer, and it bounces off the hands, forcing a turnover on downs.
They show they don't get rattled at all. I give them a lot of credit.
I don't think so. Syracuse ball on downs on the 30-yard line. 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
It's hard to ask your defense to come out and make a stop when they're already backed up this far within their own end zone.
Quarterback keeper on the read option. Dungy gets 7. Falls to the ground. 2nd and 3.
first here on second down.
Strickland takes the handoff, gets 2 yards up the gut, makes it 3rd and 1.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1.
4-3 here. You've clearly seen the linebackers behind the defensive line there. I'm sorry. This is I formation. Mahoney's in. As they let the play clock wind down. Strickland gets 1 yard, but it's just enough. Three minutes. Clock is moving. Syracuse on the 20.
Quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers.
Ishmael hit hard, only gets 4 on the drag. 11th catch of the day. A lot of them have been drag routes. He's getting good yardage, but not quite as much as he was earlier. The clock is moving. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. 16 yards to pay dirt.
From the 16-yard line. Second down.
As we now see a split shotgun formation. Handoff is to Strickland, who gets 8 yards for first down. Syracuse, 1 minute and 50 seconds. First and goal from the 8, 3 timeouts. Penn State also has 3 timeouts. And Ishmael, 7-yard reception, but they say he's short of the end zone. That's an extra 30 seconds, but, you know, Ishmael really did deserve a touchdown. He's played great this game.
Brings up a second and goal. Ball on the 1-yard line. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Scrambling around.
An incredible last-ditch pass to Ishmael gets the touchdown he deserved last play.
When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. Oh my God.
And he converts the extra point.
Penn State, down by 31 points, has 44 seconds and 3 timeouts. But their star halfback, Saquon Barkley, not having a productive game.
one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
We'll see what they do here.
We're late in the fourth quarter. This game has been a blowout for quite some time, and Kirk and I are just looking to make our flights. Nice run there. Penn State's going to use their first time out of the half here.
Take the rest, go into the rest.
From their own 30-yard line. Second down. And off up the middle, and he's stuffed. Penn State's going to have to use their second time out of the half. From their own 28-yard line. It's third down. Tackle at about the 39-yard line.
No big plays, no touchdown. Like now that we're there, we weren't aiming for it. Now that we're there,
Throws complete. He's got space to work. Down at the 44-yard line.
Getting him the ball in the passing game creates real havoc for the defense. There aren't many linebackers who can stay with him in coverage, that's for sure.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 44. Big hit there to stop it. Nothing going on that play.
Well, here I think the quarterback needs to be a little bit more patient in the pocket. That way he can allow his receivers to get downfield a little bit before he throws it.
And that is a fantastic showing by the Orange in the Meadowlands. Did a fantastic job containing an incredible halfback, Saquon Barkley, for the duration of the game. Not a productive game for Barkley. Easily play of the game here. The safety sack strip touchdown. Took a little bit of momentum and turned it into a lot of bit of momentum and a heavy lead that Syracuse never gave up, as they beat number 6 Penn State in the Meadowlands in a disciplined game. I mean, Ishmael is there's a reason he's got like 13, 14 catches. And you knew that you were going to rely on that. You did just enough to keep it from being too obvious and too keyable. And on defense, you just, 5 total yards rushing, a bunch of negative yards, a bunch of sacks. Just an incredibly good containment of Barkley and the talent there. Yeah, for it. Yeah. So thank you all for joining us for this Kickoff Classic neutral site game. A dominant, again, a time of possession as well, part of that. We will be kicking off shortly with a user game. My Navy midshipmen will be heading to Florida to take on UCF. We'll try and get into that quickly as possible, but these things are known to have some technical difficulties, so you'll have to bear with us as we get things sorted. Saquon Barkley, 37 yards on 16 carries, an average of 2.3, and minus 31 there for McSorley. But yeah, 16 for 37 is a fantastic containment there on a 98 senior. Thank you everyone for joining us. You'll have to bear with as I have not yet created new intermission art for this, so you'll see some information about some old teams, but bear with us. We'll be back up soon with your Navy midshipmen at UCF.
Hello, sports fans. In just a second or two, we've got a user-user matchup, the first one of Season 12 in League 1. Facing off against each other, we'll have UCF versus Navy. Navy, of course, coached by Coach Ninja, national championship winner last season in Season 11 with Penn State. Under the new reset, now the coach of the Navy midshipmen, making a trip down to Orlando to face off against the UCF Golden Knights, coached by Sweetest Coin, who defeated Coach Ninja last season, that national championship season. He defeated Coach Ninja in 4 overtimes in an early season epic contest. Navy and UCF coming up next.
Both teams have sent their special teams onto the field, and we're ready for the opening kickoff. And this season is officially underway. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
"25-yard line, the marker."
The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game. Gets to about the 20.
2-yard gain on the first play from scrimmage. AB up the gut. Going to bring up 2nd and 8 from the 27.
It's 2nd and 8. Ball on their own 27.
Connection lost. We're going to have to come right back to the game. Something that occasionally happens in user games. The good news is that it happened early, just a couple of plays into the game. Waiting for the home team to send the invite. Thank you, Coach Seawack. Wishing everybody good game and good luck.
It's a little time to get my playbook sorted. I don't even have emergency playbook set up yet.
Network Stadium for what should be a great game.
And we're back.
We'll see how this game plays out.
Navy kicking off to UCF to get this
And with that,
second attempt underway.
he's to the 10. He's to the 20. What a collision.
Decent return until Killens took a big hit by a midshipman there at the 22-yard line. And UCF going to start out with 1st and 10 to get this game kicked off.
Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it. He's scrambling. Passes to the
Incomplete pass by Mackenzie Milton. If you'll recall, UCF last year in real life with this roster went undefeated, defeating Auburn in the Peach Bowl, a team that some people might say deserved a chance at the semifinal playoff game. They were undefeated. They printed the T-shirts.
from their own 22-yard line. Second down.
Now 2nd and 10.
Now he's scrambling.
Milton scrambling to the left, has some room to run, gets the first down, and steps out of bounds, avoiding some contact. Could be correct, NWF. This is, of course, a user-user matchup. So throw the rosters, throw the records out the window. User-user games often unpredictable.
39-yard line.
This is the first user-user game of Season 12 for League 1. Last year's national champion, Coach Ninja, now coaching Navy, comes up with the sack on UCF. Now going to be 2nd and long as Coach Sweetest Coin facing a long down and distance in the early going here.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long.
29-yard line, the marker. 2nd and 20, the down and distance. It's a handoff up the gut, and there's a little bit of room there. A 9-yard gain by Taj McGowan. Now going to set up 3rd and 11.
From their own 38-yard line. It's 3rd down. Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts.
Multiple receivers, spread set on both sides of the ball as UCF calls an audible at the line. And now rolling to the right is Mackenzie Milton. He makes the pass to the right side, and he's going to be stopped just inches shy. Emmanuel Logan Green with an 11-yard catch, but that's going to be 4th and inches. In League 1, we are only allowed 12 4th down attempts throughout the entirety of the regular season. 12 4th down attempts for 12 games means it's going to be a tough decision for UCF here in the early going. They do come out in the punt formation. We'll see if they actually do that.
He punts it away, and there's no hang time on this one.
Good punt by UCF. Going to die at the 7. Downed by the Golden Knights. And Navy going to take over for their first possession of the game. They're going to call it the 6. We'll say it's a long 6. 6 2/3. 5.5 minutes remaining in the first as the midshipmen
So here comes the offense.
have their first crack at offense.
Got to be careful of a pass play with this defense.
Triple option to the left, stuffed for a loss of 2. Zach Abey unable to get the pitch off in time. Looked like the wingback coming from right to left across your radio dial might have been able to break something out to the left side. They had blockers in place, but unable to get the pitch off in time, and Navy now facing 2nd and 12 here in the early going.
Second down. This is a scary spot deep in their own territory.
It's a shotgun for Navy. It's a good completion to Scott. He picks up 5. Going to set up 3rd and 7. From the left hash mark at the 9-yard line. Once again, these two users played a 4-overtime instant classic last season. Won by Coach Sweetescoin, the coach of UCF. However, Coach Ninja wound up triumphing in the national championship game later on in the year.
Coming up here. Ball on the 9. Quick strike to the back.
Incomplete pass by Abey on just his 2nd attempt.
That'll make it 4th down, and they're going to have to punt.
Now 4th and 7. And Navy going to have to give the ball back to the Golden Knights, facing 4th and 7 on their own 9. Here in the first quarter, not even halfway through the period as of yet.
Booming kick.
A couple of good blocks. Picks up some room for Andrew Killens Jr. with a 29-yard return. Going to set up UCF with a fantastic field position at the Middies 25-yard line. You're absolutely correct, Waterboy. It was a great national championship game. A 9-6 tire fire of a game, a defensive struggle. 2 good red zone defenses kept both teams out of the end zone. Penn State triumphant with 1 second remaining.
He makes his way out to about the 12.
McGowan picks up another first down on first down. Now going to be 1st and 10 from the 12 as we reach the halfway point of the first period.
First and 10. Ball on the 12-yard line.
Mackenzie Milton back to pass. Tight coverage. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
After the ball was thrown.
It is roughing the passer. And it's going to result in a 1st and goal at the 4. The Golden Knights of UCF already had the first down. Now they have a couple of extra yards.
First down. Knocking on the door here. It's 1st and goal.
12 feet from the end zone. A pass out in the flat to Cam Stewart. And UCF strikes first in the ball game. It's 6-0, awaiting the extra point. UCF has had 2 possessions. Navy's had 1. The second possession started at the midshipman's 25-yard line, and UCF was able to take advantage of the strong field position. Now we'll see what Navy does, presumably not backed up inside their own 10-yard line.
He really got a hold of that kick. While they are behind, they know they can knock things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan.
3:27 the time remaining. Navy on their second possession.
Oh, tried to get the handoff and it didn't go.
The 25-yard line.
Unable to get the handoff up the gut to the fullback. Play happened a little bit quickly. It is a difficult handoff to make out of the flex bone to get the ball to the fullback after the snap. It's a hard gut run to complete when you're running a triple option offense. And of course, with a user team, perhaps just a half a second less time than normal. Incompletion on third down, now resulting in a 4th and 11 from the 24-yard line.
That's a terrible fucking punt.
Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50-yard line marker.
God damn it.
It's all right, you can hit it again. Okay, now do your play.